3, 2.
What up, though? Episode 166 of the iHeartMiko podcast. I'm Miko Grimes. To my left is baby daddy Brent Grimes, who you will see upstairs, or on the other camera is AJ Francis. What's up, AJ?
I'm chilling. Also, whenever you yell baby daddy at football games, it really makes me uncomfortable sitting next to you while you do it.
Oh, my God. That's what I call him, though. That's like one of his nicknames.
It really does.
I'm aware.
No one else is going to look. If you try to yell his name or try to, like, husband or, something, no, everybody's looking around. If you say baby daddy, he's the only one that looks.
Yeah, that's true.
Baby daddy!
Yo, what up?
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining me. As I promised you guys before, the podcast would be on video the entire summer. I would like to shout out the network studios for making this possible. We will be here the remainder of the summer. And I know that today is an important day for my podcast, but it's almost going to be like a repeat almost of last week's episode, because the last time we were on, the championship happened since then. And I haven't done a recap. I haven't discussed what happened in Game 6, why it happened. Us three, the three amigos, haven't been on. I want everybody to know that we're in a group chat. And guess who picked Toronto to win?
Yep.
Who
Miko
picked?
did.
But you didn't believe in yourself. You picked Toronto at 7.
I did pick 7, but I definitely picked Toronto at 7. And y'all two was talking cash shit to me. Brent is a Warriors fan.
Yeah, Warriors in 5. That's
He
what
kept saying Warriors in 5.
I said Warriors in 5 as well. But I didn't know Clay was going to lose his whole left hamstring.
Clay lost his hamstring and his knee.
Uh-huh.
And Kevin Durant, you know what happened to Kevin
Ruptures
Durant.
Achilles. We're going to get into it, though, because I feel like I predicted this. Let's take it all the way back. I predicted this when the drama started with Draymond and Kevin Durant. What did I tell you, Brent?
You were saying the wheel's going to fall off. I wasn't trying to listen to that shit, though. I'm all about positivity. She was bringing negativity all season, all podcasts. She talking about people getting hurt, and guess what the fuck happened?
I didn't predict. Yep. I predicted Steph would get hurt. I didn't predict KD
You just
or Clay.
put it in the air. You put it in the air.
He's always hurt.
You put the shit in the air.
Like me yesterday, I was talking shit 2 days ago. I was like, man, I was like, oh, my flight gonna be cool tomorrow. Blah 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 blah. I'll never get no flights canceled. I'll never get no flights delayed. Flight canceled. End up having to go to Indiana just to go to damn Orlando. Jinxie, you jinxie.
See, that's what you did.
All I said was I can see there was blood in the water. That's what I told you.
Yeah.
I said there's blood in the water. They're beefing. This is year 5 of them going to the playoffs every year, to the championship. It's hard on your body. It's tough on your body. You got 82 games. And then, I mean, if you consider all the games of the playoffs, there's 28 possible games after 82. That's tough to do 5 years in a row.
That's 110 games is a lot of basketball.
That's a lot for 5 years in a row. And, LeBron has been doing it for 8. So, I mean, he's actually a superhero. And he wasn't injured once.
That's the thing that I'm actually upset about, genuinely, because if LeBron would have stayed in Cleveland, they would have probably won the championship this year.
Probably. I bet he's pissed. Like, damn, I should have fucking stayed.
But they wouldn't have if Miko didn't put all this negativity in here. I'm sticking to that all the way through. I feel like she's the reason.
No,
week after week. After week.
I'm just psychic. That's it. Like, I can feel things. Like, I literally, did I not predict the entire playoffs, every single series?
Yeah.
Accurately.
You were on.
Every series, I said the Warriors are going to be having problems because they hate each other now. It's clear that Draymond and KD do not want to play with each other. Do not. How many times can a dude call you a bitch, AJ, before you want to pass him the ball?
Once.
One time.
You call me a bitch, I'm gonna be like, whoa. Yo, first of all, who are you talking to?
It's gotta be a fade, right?
At that point, from that point forward, you better be open under the basket or you're getting no passes from me.
Facts.
He gotta be an obvious pass. Like,
it's gotta be a wide open.
All right, fine.
Here, nigga, damn. He a wide open. I can't even, I'll get in trouble for that one.
right.
Yeah, and I still, if the dude on me got hand down, man down, I still might let it fly.
Just like I was open.
Yeah.
I was open, but I saw from the beginning there was going to be trouble. And then when Katie went down with the calf injury, put that in air quotes, calf injury, because that's what the Warriors kept saying. This was a calf injury and it can't get any worse. How dumb was that?
That's very dumb. I already talked about this. Any injury can get worse. that's just what it is.
That's why I'm pretty pissed off that the Warriors are not taking ownership. That's why that fucking GM dude, the president, was crying. He knew he lied.
I thought that was kind of like saying
fake.
it's our bad.
Yeah, those fake crocodile tears.
Because he was crying. He's a grown-ass man crying.
Those weren't real tears. Those were fake tears.
Definitely fake.
Fake tears.
Fugazi tears.
Fugazi as shit. So then Katie comes out here thinking he about to fucking cross tween.
Yeah, he was
somebody.
tripping, bro. Tween curl. He trying to do
tween behind the back. Step back.
By you.
Achilles snap.
Ooh. God damn. But yeah,
dog, what
that's
was
what
he
happened.
thinking? He was supposed to just come in there, hit pull up, set shots
Man,
that you could do in any rhythm. Don't matter. You don't even have to have legs to do that for real.
He was just
crawl
supposed to be
over
out there. He was supposed to be out there, somebody else for the Raptors to be accountable for, and not try to do all that shit. He wasn't he wasn't supposed to try to get a clip on the Filet Instagram. That's all.
Nah, my grandfather, before he passed away, he jayed me in the face when he was like in his 50s, late 50s. You can shoot forever without being in the booth.
Yeah. So
just stand there and be 7 foot tall and shoot the lights out, bro.
That's all he needed
Help
to
us
do.
win this shit.
Then Clay went down.
Man.
That's when I knew it was over with. I said, oh my God, guess what? Steph has got to be LeBron.
Yeah, Steph ain't LeBron.
Steph is not LeBron.
Steph is not LeBron, but let me tell you the story of when I saw Clay get hurt. We doing it was Thursday.
We was doing yoga.
We were doing yoga. I'm trying to be in my
clearly wasn't
Sounds about white.
Yeah, right?
Clearly wasn't in his chi because he was watching the game.
I'm looking at the game, still mastering my poses, and I see Clay go down. It just ruined my whole yoga experience, bro. I knew
you couldn't even say namaste.
I couldn't say namaste no more, bro.
Soon as yoga was over,
the light within me could not reflect the light within you anymore.
Exactly.
Bro.
Soon as yoga was over, I'm sitting there in my pose, and Brent gonna walk over to me and say, "Man, Clay got hurt. We about to lose." I said, "What? How you know
Straight
that?
up.
How the fuck you know that?" I was
Straight
watching
up.
during yoga. I said, "See, that's what happened. That's that
Straight
bad.
up.
Your whole aura was off.
Straight
you was
up.
off, not paying attention, not being grounded, not centering."
God.
And it was your fault. Blame
Man,
yourself.
what you expect me to do? The Warriors in an elimination game, we doing yoga, and the TV's right there.
Dog.
You expect me not to watch, AJ?
Listen.
Like, for real?
I was surprised you was doing yoga in the first place.
Hey.
I showed so much
why you ain't
dedication
no
right
yoga?
there.
Ain't nothing wrong with yoga, but it was the NBA Finals.
Oh, God.
Elimination game.
Listen, I got some fat to burn off, AJ. I know you like being fat, but I'm
I'm
13
gonna be fat
pounds.
forever.
I'm 13 pounds heavier than I want to be right now, low key. Technically like 8 pounds for real, but
If I lose 5 years of my life because of how I lived, then those 5 years weren't worth it anyway.
Oh, my God.
AJ one of those people like,
Savage.
I'm going to eat whatever I want, and if it kills me, then that's
kills
what
me.
happens.
And I'm so if pepperoni pizza is supposed to be on my undoing, then so be it.
My nigga, can you show everybody what you eating right now, dog? Just so
yeah,
y'all
for sure.
can see how fat AJ is.
This is gummy sushi. This is not real sushi.
It's actual
This is-
gummy candy.
It looks like real sushi though. Like they do a really good job of making it look like real sushi. It's like wrapped and everything.
That's what tuna.
That's legit, bro.
Oh,
Look at
my-
the wasabi, though.
But show him the wasabi.
Show him the
dog.
wasabi
You're
one
embarrassing
time.
me right now.
You should try to spread the wasabi
Look
on
at
that
the
shit,
wasabi, dog.
So, what are these like seaweed leaves?
bro. Yeah.
No, those are snap peas. It look like.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
snap peas, yeah.
sugary snap peas. Oh my god. So let's move on. So the Raptors finally won a championship, and they should definitely be thanking LeBron. A letter.
They should be thanking.
They should be thanking Kawhi.
And they should be thanking
LeBron.
Miko. Thank Miko.
They finally won a championship, and it appears that this was like America versus Canada. Did y'all feel that way?
I started feeling it towards the end.
Oh, so you saying this is like when Bret Hart turned heel, but he was cheered in Canada, but booed in America? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm not at all.
It is what she's saying in a way.
Fuck this wrestling shit.
She ain't got no time for your wrestling
I'm not
bars,
even using
bro.
no wrestling comparisons. Get the fuck out of here. AJ is a wrestler, by the way, everybody. A retired NFL player turned wrestler, champion, Sausage Castle Wrestling. He's a legend.
Where's
All
I
Bay?
wish I had Bay in the car with me.
I was about to say, where's Bay? This is disrespectful.
Bay is his belt.
I left Bay in the condo. Bay is in the condo.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
so
She sleep.
She need a tan a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
So AJ's always trying to refer something to wrestling, but it definitely felt like that, especially after people tried to accuse the Raptors fans of booing or laughing when KD ruptured his Achilles. Definitely wasn't why they were laughing the majority of the time. It was really because they got a turnover, to be honest. So then it turned into like Canada versus America. And if it was really a battle, like outside of like military weapons, we would probably lose. Canada's better than us.
Not in sport.
At
I
what?
mean, yeah, not in sports.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
just
what I
like
was
living
talking
there. Like no,
Yeah, living there for sure. They got dispensaries everywhere.
They actually have free health care. They have just free. If you want to go to college and do anything in music, anything, sing, rap, piano, guitar, produce, whatever, it's 100% free. Did you know that?
Yeah, because of you.
Like, Canada got a lot of benefits of
But
being there.
here's the problem, though. Everywhere in Canada, it snows.
That's true.
Everywhere in Canada is
And
cold
I'm
as shit.
not rocking.
You're from the snowiest, one of the snowiest, coldest.
Yeah. I grew up in Maryland. It's cold and snowy every winter. Guess what I did as soon as I could?
Peace.
He lives in
Dipped
Florida
out.
now.
So Kawhi is clearly the three-peat stopper. He stopped the Heat from getting their three-peat when he was in San Antonio, and now he just
At
stopped.
what point can we say Kawhi is legitimately top 3 to 5 small forwards ever?
I've always had him there. I've always had him there. Always. There's a lot of debate because people are always saying like, oh, defensively, he's not really that great. Like they put up numbers saying this person and that person scored a lot of points on him. But what I think people miss in that whole conversation is you're not going to stop a GOAT, a great, a legend. You just got to have moments in the game where you stop them. Big plays and steals and certain turnovers. Like that's really what makes him an incredible defender and why he's been in the all defensive team multiple times and a defensive player of the year.
Like if you go on LeBron and LeBron gives you 25, 8, and 8, yeah, he cooked you, but he also you strapped him because realistically he could have gave you 50, 12, and 15.
I agree. True. I agree. And then that's another thing. People try to act like Kawhi's game because it's not flashy, because he's not like real cross, tween. Like he don't do a lot of extra shit.
Cross, tween.
I've been looking at Filet on Instagram way too much. But, you know, his game is incredible. This thing will get up and dunk on you at any moment. At a moment's notice, he'll dunk on you with the wrong leg. He will J you. He gets to the bucket. He got post game. Like his game is complete. There's no part of his game that he doesn't have. He got a decent handle.
His game is not aesthetically pleasing.
That's what it is.
It's not. It's not great to look at. It's not flashy. He's not over athletic. He's not really fast. He's not
He's the tall, skinny Paul Pierce.
Yeah. He just
I can see that.
He's just good. He can do everything well. He can handle the ball well enough. He can shoot. He can drive. He can finish. It's just none of it is like he ain't like Steph where it just excites you. Like, oh, he's just a crazy or Iverson. Take Iverson for example. You know what I mean? He was just exciting. That's why people loved him. Kawhi
don't say nothing.
He's just good.
Even like remember they were always saying
he was definitely rolling a blizzy in the back of that car too. By the way,
man, straight up,
had to be, straight up. And another thing that people were saying about even this playoff run. This is what the Kawhi haters are saying. This is what the Skip Baylesses are saying. Okay, Kawhi beat the Magic. Anybody could have beat them. A wounded Embiid and a shotless Ben Simmons in the Sixers. He beat an inexperienced. He beat an inexperienced Bucks team, and then a badly broken Warriors team.
Yeah. Better be lucky
I mean,
than
all those
good
things are
sometimes.
true, but
That doesn't take away that he's dope.
He did it. Like, right?
it happened.
It happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a Warriors fan. Do I believe if the Warriors were healthy, they would have beat the Raptors? Hell yeah. I'm like 100% sure of it. But they weren't healthy, and they lost.
And who told you they wasn't going to be healthy?
Shut your hating ass up. God
And,
damn.
and hold, here's what I was going to ask y'all. How do you think the history of NBA basketball changes if Kawhi doesn't make that shot in Game 7?
Oh, my God. Because they could have very well easily lost that series in overtime.
No, they
sure.
could have lost that in overtime, and then now you got Philly versus Milwaukee, and I think Milwaukee
would
wins that.
have beat them.
Yeah.
And then Milwaukee versus the Warriors. If they would have been
And
banged
you
up
don't
again.
know if the Warriors still get, but Milwaukee didn't. Like Milwaukee was a good team, but Toronto was good because of their defense on the Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think Milwaukee would have been able to do that. The Warriors still could have probably won.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was saying about the Raptors all playoffs. Like, they had an incredible defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
You think about
Incredible.
it.
they were smothering the Warriors.
They did it the right way.
You got Gasol, who's a defensive player of the year at some point, I believe. You got Kawhi Leonard that was. I believe Siakam, if he really tries, could be a defensive player of the year caliber player. You got,
Don't say Danny Green, dog.
Danny Green is a good defensive player.
I can't stand him. Oh, my God. He made my ass itch the whole playoffs.
He's a typical 3-and-D player in the NBA. He shoots threes and he plays defense.
He missed hella shots this whole playoffs.
He won Game 3 for y'all.
Don't worry about the resurgence of Serge Ibaka, by the way.
Right. You got to do. His nickname is Ibaka, bro. That's
Ibaka.
Come on.
Serge Ibaka.
So they're just a perfect defensive team. Like that's what I noticed about them the whole time. Like they're just gonna strap you for real and make all possessions difficult. If you notice some of the games in the finals, like I'll be in the fourth quarter and the Warriors got like 87 points. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah.
It's just they playing good ass defense. That's it.
So now that Kawhi has honored his agreement, which is just a 1-year deal, he can do whatever the hell he wants now. He can go wherever he wants. He could stay if he wants.
He's going to L.A. with LeBron.
I don't think so. As much as I would love that to happen, there were some reports came out that said
LeBron, Kawhi, and AD, bro.
That would be nasty. It would be nasty.
Yeah,
the claw, the goat. What do they call AD? What is his nickname? The brow. The claw, the goat, and the brow.
Wow.
Could you imagine that?
Claw, goat, brow. They gotta mash that together somehow.
If they had a goat with a unibrow and the goat had a claw, had claw hands.
Oh shit.
That would be nasty.
That would.
But there's rumors that say that Kawhi is not interested in the Lakers. He's really looking towards the Clippers. And what that tells me is this. If you think about it, Kawhi this is a big opportunity for him to get paid. This is like a big one. He's in his 30s.
It's the biggest one.
Yes.
The biggest
I think to this date in the history of basketball, this is probably the biggest payday probably somebody has ever earned.
Yes.
He literally he left the team that he won a championship with, where they was hating on this nigga. And then he went to a team that had never won a championship. Not only won a championship with them his first year there, but after winning that championship, he won that championship on the most unbeatable team that we had ever seen.
Right.
Yeah. That equals pay.
Now he's going to go to L.A. and get a biggity big bag.
But the thing is, he can get more money from the Clippers. Would you take more money to do a whole like restart with the Clippers? You don't like to take a whole another franchise and start it with them, or would you go with LeBron and AD, take a less workload, but a little bit less money? Still a great contract, but little less money. Which one would you do?
What I do, or what do I think he should do?
What should he do?
I would take that Clipper bag and be like, I already got rings, I'm cool.
And just coast it on out?
and I'll play with Eric Bledsoe or whoever else they find me from random people across the NBA, and we'll lose in the second round and I'll be cool. But I think the sportsman in him, he should go to LA. He should go to the Lakers, man. I mean, that's but he also might not care enough about
exactly.
Like trying to team up, make a super team, because he
Exactly.
never really had one when
He's
never really had
been
one.
into that. He's already said that in interviews as well. He's like, I don't really care about, forming teams and getting with guys. Like, I just like to just play good basketball with whoever's on my team. But I'm thinking about, like, now, like, he's in his 30s now. Like, you got to understand your body is only going to get worse progressively, and you can only do so much. And when you have a GOAT and a Brow on your team, it's less workload. You become the Warriors.
So much less.
Your fourth quarter, you might just be chilling like the whole Warriors team was doing on the bench in the fourth quarter.
Like real rap, if you're Kawhi Leonard and you play with LeBron and Anthony Davis, your main goal on that team is defensive stopper, which is wild because he's already really good at that. But simultaneously, he can do so much more, and that's really all you don't got to play facilitator.
Mm-mm.
You're not the main defender. Like, for the defense, that's Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go out of your way to try to make big shots because LeBron's going to just find you and then you pull up and hit it.
Yeah, it seems like an easier road, but there are reports, and you can't believe everything you hear, but there are reports that he might not even take a meeting with the Lakers, is what Woj, what's his name, Woj?
Yeah,
He's reporting that he won't even take a meeting with the Lakers. So I think that whatever he does, he's going to do what he wants because Kawhi don't give a fuck about nobody, their opinion. Did you see before the Game 6 and they were like, what do you think a championship would mean to the city of Toronto and Canada? He was like, you got to ask somebody that's from here.
Yeah, he said you got to ask somebody on the street that
On the street that's from here.
I don't know what it would mean to them.
I have no clue. Like,
I
he doesn't care. He did an interview, a post-game interview after Game 5, and they asked him something about how great the game was and how he's feeling and all that stuff. And he's just like, he was like, can you imagine what these fans are feeling? And he was like, I don't really play for the fans.
Yeah, no. He said that, bro. I was
he
like,
literally
this
said,
is
I don't play for the fans. I play for the love of basketball for my teammates. I don't really play for the fans.
I don't care what the fans think for real. You know what I'm saying? I just like hooping and getting buckets. Shit like
tell him, after I get him a ring, I tell him, you're welcome.
You're welcome. See ya. And then, yes, that's how he is. I'm telling you. Kawhi don't give a damn. Like, it's so refreshing. Like, it's so refreshing to see an athlete not say the cliche answers that you're supposed to say. Like, you're supposed to be like, yeah, I'm doing this for the city of Toronto. It's for all those fans. You guys have never had a championship. He was like, you got to ask one of them. I don't know. It's not
I
really
like how every
right
time anybody ever talks like they're like saying something that Kawhi said, they go like this.
And then that laugh.
The whole demeanor just...
Do you think there's any chance that he stays in Toronto, though? Like, is there any chance he's like, you know what? I'm just going to stay here. I kind of like it here. They love me.
I mean,
I think it's a chance.
He was rolling a blizzy in the back of that car. So
it's a chance for sure.
It's a chance?
It's a cool... All right, Toronto. You won the first championship there. You're a legend. You're definitely going to have a street named after you in no time.
Yeah.
Definitely a statue.
They're going to have a coactus.
You can't do any wrong there.
Yeah.
It's a cool city.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a whack city. It's dope. And they're going to break you off. And it's a good team.
The East is going to change, though. I mean, that's only if he's not really caring about championships, because I believe, like, KD...
You know me, if I was him, I'd go to Miami.
God damn it.
I mean, ain't a bad move.
There's nothing there. Nothing there. What would be the purpose?
Well, okay, what was in Toronto without DeMar DeRozan before Kawhi got there?
I mean, that was just a one-year situation. You're looking at your last years as an NBA player, technically. Your last 5 years.
They are definitely a good organization.
They're a great organization.
Don't you know real gangsters get old and move to Miami?
That's
the
true.
whole line?
It don't seem like Kawhi's a Miami type of dude, though. He seemed like he's a Sacramento, Santa Barbara, California ass nigga. Right. Not even LA for real. Like, he's not gonna. I just couldn't see him living in Hollywood, in Malibu somewhere. I think
he'd probably go to the Pistons.
Oh God, that he wouldn't do that. That's
Detroit. Yeah, he'd fit in Detroit, bro. That'd be hit. Detroit. Yeah, I could see him on Detroit.
Oh my God. So after this entire situation happened, the New Orleans Pelicans were humbled. They should have traded AD last year and let
Sit down.
they should have let LeBron flourish a little bit. I'm kind of glad they did now because LeBron got hurt. It wouldn't have worked out. But they have finally agreed to trade him. And there was only reason is because AD put it out there verbally with his agent that, okay, if they try to trade me somewhere else, it's a 1-year rental. Don't even think about getting me to stay. So what team would pick him up knowing they get nothing out of him except 1 year? And then he might not even play for real.
The Toronto Raptors.
Ooh.
Nah, they wouldn't do it.
For 1 year?
Nah.
To secure the chip?
They just did.
No, that's different. I think that's different. They don't need that player. That doesn't really go this year. I mean, if Kawhi would stay, maybe, yeah. But other than that.
If they would have got rid of everybody but like Kawhi and Van Fleet and all them, then they could have had AD and Kawhi defending the ship. That could have been crazy.
That would have been nasty. It would have probably been easier then, too. Way easier road. They might have to give up some people, though.
Might have.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it might not have looked the same.
Pretty much every starter that they have.
Yeah, it might not have
Marcus
looked the same.
All gone. Ibaka's gone.
Van Vliet would have stayed, though.
They wouldn't get rid of Siakam. That's the only one that would.
Siakam's there to stay.
Kyle Lowry gone.
They already tried to trade him the whole year. They packaged him so many times last year. And I know he was probably offended as shit because he is the longest member of the team. And they was trying to get him the hell out of there. And you know what? I feel it because if you think about it, Kyle hasn't been showing up the last few years in the big games. And this year, he tore his motherfucking drawers. Like, he really was the reason.
He started off slow
in
the playoffs, and then he started, I guess he really finally realized, like, yeah, it's the playoffs, but this is still just
And LeBron's
basketball.
not here. LeBron's not here.
Even though that shot in Game 5 was one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life.
You hating.
They said it got blocked.
You hating. It was
absolutely
absolutely
did get
blocked.
But I don't care. I don't care, bro. You can't hit the side of the backboard at the end of Game 5.
Oh, it was a blocked shot. It wasn't him hitting the side of the backboard.
I don't care.
You'd have to care.
He should have shot higher then.
Oh, my God. Out of here, dog.
Sometimes you got to shoot over the hand. That's why they do drills with brooms, bro.
Yeah, the broom drill. I remember that one, bro.
So AD is technically not, but low-key officially a Laker. The deal hasn't gone through yet. I think they're waiting because if they wait till July 6th, they can move a little bit more money around and make sure that they can assist in getting another star. But AD is finally with LeBron, and people are now saying the Lakers to the championship next year. Thoughts, Brent?
I don't. Nah, but just them two. How it stands right now.
I mean, they got Kuzma. They got some work to do to pick up some other guys. They pretty much gave up
They still need shooters
of the Lakers.
If they get some shooters, but with that same roster as last year, nah.
They was 4th seed without him.
That's true.
I genuinely believe as long as Clay, Draymond, and Steph are still healthy, that they're the team to beat next year in the NBA.
But Clay is not healthy. His ACL is in shreds right now.
They're going to start off without him. You know that, right?
He's not going to play possibly until after
the playoffs, right before the playoffs.
Yeah.
The playoffs.
Yeah.
And he'll be refreshed.
He will be fresh.
They got to go a whole season.
He'll be healthy.
They got to go. They got to do a whole season without him. No, look at the schedule. It's going to be different. More minutes.
They're going to make the playoffs.
More, of course, but more minutes for everybody, which means more injuries probably because this is year 6 of them going on this run. This is a run. If you're going to be on these great runs like this, you got to stay healthy. And we talked about this. AJ, you can vouch for this as well. Being a football player that actually also plays basketball, people don't understand how lifting weights and actually training helps you. And a lot of basketball players do not work out. They train to get in shape, they do cardio, but they don't actually lift for the 82-game season because everybody's afraid to fuck up their jumper, do all this dumb shit. But I think that's the reason that all these injuries are happening, especially after you've been going to the championship all those years.
I mean, the NBA is just so skinny now.
Yeah.
So skinny. And I feel like it literally, I feel like it literally gets skinnier every year. And I don't know if that's are they just not lifting weights at all? Or are they only doing them dumb band weight workouts that people be doing? What is it? I can't imagine as a professional athlete thinking that you can get by just not working out and working your muscles when all the strenuous kind of body activities that you go through in a 36-game season, let alone 82 plus playoffs.
Yeah.
I feel like it really comes down to not wanting to fuck your jumper up. Because it's like basketball has an off season, but people never stop hooping. It ain't like football.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like
Hoop year round.
when the season's over, you done. You don't even think about playing football until football season. Basketball season's over. These NBA dudes in the Drew League, they playing ball just in all types of leagues. They hooping.
Yeah.
Pick up.
And they can't even fathom that lifting heavy weights will help them hoop. It doesn't
But
even.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. You said like they worry about not wanting to mess their jumper up, but like you used to be like 122 pounds,
Look how he disrespected you, dog.
and now you're 185, 86.
Yeah.
And now you ain't fat nowhere, so that's 60 pounds of muscle. Did you lose your jumper?
Nah, that shit still works.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
that's a myth. That's like when they say you lose your legs from sex the night before. No, you lose your legs from sex right before.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think,
that's true.
Yeah. I think that the basketball players don't really understand, like, especially if you're explosive. Take Derrick Rose, Brent's favorite player, who is made of paper mache.
See this shit, bro? You see this shit that I gotta deal with on this podcast all the time.
That just seemed excessive.
Right.
I'm just saying, if you think about his career, how great he would have been had he actually trained and worked out. How's he going to just be so explosive and jumping like that and not training properly and not
That's
lifting
what I'm saying.
weights?
It was just natural. Like, people are naturally explosive. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that over 82 games, as explosive as he is and how he plays, how aggressive he played, it needed some more. It needed some squats, bro. He needed to do some squats. He needed to do some lunges. He needed some weight to let his muscles be prepared to handle that torque. He
definitely could have used some dumbbell Bulgarians.
Bulgarian squats.
He needed them, bro. He needed them. He just never did it.
Dumbbell Bulgarians get that quad right, bro.
You couldn't tell a man that's dunking on people how he was. Hey, bro, your legs ain't really strong enough. You're like, what?
Fuck outta here.
I will dunk on you, bro.
These are all things that why you see LeBron James lifting weights damn near all season. He lives, soon as the season over, he's lifting weights, and that's because he knows. He knows.
I will tell you, like, I learned this from, like, just me, for example. I went to college. I played football in college, obviously, but I didn't lift any weights in college football till my third year of playing college football because I didn't believe that you needed to do that shit. But then I realized when I started lifting, you actually feel a difference.
You actually
feel
need this.
different. It just helps you, bro. If you start lifting right, it makes a difference. And I don't feel like any of these basketball players ever had that aha moment. Like, it's just...
LeBron did. LeBron has played in 134 more games than anybody in the league when the playoffs started. 134.
LeBron's smart. He's also genetically gifted compared to most basketball.
Mm-hmm.
He's different than all the other basketball players.
Yeah.
The word you're looking for is superior, not
superior.
Different.
Yeah.
And he goes down.
He's genetically superior to other humans. You're not supposed to be that big, that short, that fast. I don't care what. That's not a combination. You can't be 6'8", 250, and just flying. You can't. That's illegal.
Yeah.
With bounce. Stupid dumb bounce.
And IQ.
Dumb bounce.
Yeah, he got
and not just basketball IQ, because there's a lot of dumb dudes that have amazing basketball IQs, but he's actually conceptually intelligent as well.
Yeah. And then he goes down in a whole nother country winning the NBA championship. Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah.
I feel him.
Whole nother country. So AD has a mural now. Is there any chance that this mural gets destroyed like LeBron's was?
No.
No, because AD, the people don't hate on AD for no reason like they do on LeBron.
Yeah. They're not going to. People don't hate Anthony Davis. People hate LeBron, like, especially in LA where it's Kobe land.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the biggest. Kobe versus LeBron is like the biggest thing
Kobe
ever.
land sounds like a theme park that would make a lot of money in LA.
It would make a whole lot of money.
Did the Lakers give up too much going after Anthony Davis?
No, because everything that they gave up doesn't add up to Anthony Davis.
I agree. If you think about it, if you think about the draft, like since LeBron came into the league, if you think about the draft, there hasn't been very many guys that are getting drafted where you say, this dude is got to be number one. Like he's going to be.
Has to be
the number one pick. And they have 2 of those players on their team next year. 2 guys. How many other teams have a number one, like a lottery for show star with 2 of them on their team?
When was the last time there was a team ever in the NBA where 2 niggas on the team could give you 30, 10, and 10?
Never. He gonna say the Warriors. Watch.
Yeah, probably the Warriors.
Look at him. See what I mean? Well, AD, they gave up. They got rid of Lonzo and his father. What, Aiden? Oh my God! Where's the restroom? Outside. I'll go outside. Oh goodness! Brent, go with him. Go with him. Brent's gonna go with you to go. You got to do number 2. Okay. We'll continue. Close the door. Yeah, we'll continue. I love this part of my podcast. AJ, let's talk.
Leave it in. Leave this part in.
Yes, I will, for sure. So they gave up Lonzo, and his dad said the Lakers will never win another championship since they gave up Lonzo Ball.
Why is people still listening to LaVar Ball talk, man? I don't understand, dog.
It's entertainment.
His son is an average NBA basketball player.
Right now, correct. Correct.
Like he's not even nowhere near a superstar or all-star.
Nothing near it.
So like, why do we still care what his dad's opinion on things
It's
are?
just funny to me. Like it's almost like I get a kick out of it just because it's like he's so funny and he's so like his brain doesn't process things properly, you know? So it's just like you got to listen to him.
Dog.
He's funny. I would want my dad to be on my dick like that if I was playing.
I would genuinely hate if my dad says the Lakers, mind you, the Lakers. If not the number one franchise in all of sports, definitely the number one franchise in basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. That team, the Real Madrid of NBA basketball, the New England Patriots of NBA basketball, that team would never win another championship. Come on, dog. You're just talking to talk, bro.
It don't even add up at all.
It don't add up, bro.
What happens? Because at first he was saying like, "Oh, I want him to go to the Phoenix Suns. I would hate it if he went to New Orleans. I don't want him to go there." Then he said, "Oh, I'm perfect. I did exactly what I wanted, what they wanted me to do." Wait, he said they did exactly what I wanted them to do. I said I didn't want him to go to New Orleans as a trick so they could send him to New Orleans. Like what, dog? What?
No, the funny thing is that when he say the jersey says no LA.
Yes. And you know what's funny? He could still be traded again. He could actually be traded again. For real. Like he could.
I hope he is.
Because that's what would be funny. Because he's like, yeah, he's going to help Zion. Zion needs him for his game. Zion knows what he's getting with Lonzo. He's coming to help save his game and his career. And I'm just like, dog, he is funny. Like he is so funny. He said that he told Lonzo that he shouldn't, there was no reason for him to be hurt by the guy that stole all his money. And I was in there and Shannon Sharp was like, what do you mean he can't be hurt? He goes, what is he hurt about? He was like, somebody stole from him. So what? You just make more. And I was like, he was saying that because that's his man's. He put that nigga on his son. And now he's trying to act like it's not a big deal. This dude robbed him and dipped with his bread.
Yeah, you run up in my pockets. And my dad put you on, me and my dad got to go 1-on-1. Balls count anywhere.
You fading pops, bro?
Yeah, he got to get the face. Especially...
you talking about? Me and my father been in fights for real. My father beat one time my father punched me in the chest while I was on the stairs. I was like, damn, like you don't care about me falling backwards to my death for nothing.
Brent don't know nothing about that physical discipline. You know, his mom didn't beat him. That's why he don't want me to hit Aiden.
Oh, that don't surprise me at all.
You know, these Anglo-Saxon mixed kids. AJ, you Anglo'd also, but your daddy a nigga.
Yeah, but my mother used to beat my ass with fly swatters and extension cords. And
Brent, you never
slippers.
got beat.
I mean, I got beaten before, I think.
Well, you a lie. I asked your mom. She said she never beat you.
You ain't need to beat me.
Why you over here trying to act like you got beaten?
I think I did, like one time when I was little.
Dog, he talking about getting spanked.
He
talking about this. Grow up, Brent.
How much of a beating I need?
Are you guys not interested in what?
Show these
Are you
guns
guys?
off, bro?
Oh my
What's wrong
God,
with
here
you?
y'all go.
I need to show these off. I need to be on camera. Do I need to show them? What's wrong with you?
Let him flex. Flex on him there, boo. Are you guys interested in what the Lakers look like with Kyrie? Because he is definitely thirsty to come. He is basically ignored Boston all week. He won't talk to them. He's not entertaining them. He only wants to go to LA. And I think
As
it's
he
a great fit because even though Kawhi would be outstanding, incredible, the second best thing would be Kyrie because he's already played with LeBron. They already have a chemistry, a connection, an understanding.
Not even just that part. I know the LeBron Kyrie factor will work well because it already has. They already got rings, all that, blah, blah, blah. Kyrie is a more, I don't know if he might be a better player than he was when they won the championship, but he's definitely like game-wise, he's a more intelligent player because he's just been playing basketball longer, you know?
Yeah.
But I would be more interested to see how Kyrie and AD would play together because I think that combination on pick and roll,
either
give
one.
and goes could be deadly.
Yeah, even with LeBron pick and roll. Like, imagine what you have to do to stop that pick and roll. And if you dare try to double or trap anyone of them, they throw it to Kyrie wide open. Like,
yeah, you asked me earlier in the show about the Lakers winning the championship with LeBron and AD. And I said, but if they get Kyrie too, then I'm like, yeah.
Respect, you go.
I might have to like just concede that to them, bro, because that's a hard.
That's the Warriors.
That's tough.
Without the greatest player in the game right now, the Warriors were that team without the greatest. Honestly.
So yeah, if that happens, and I think it will, because if one thing I know about the NBA, if a player really wants to go somewhere and they're dope, they usually end up going there.
They get to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
And I think Kyrie has realized he had his moment. He wanted to be the man. He wanted to have him take a team to the championship. And he realized, like, what's Kyrie, 6'2"?
A little bit.
It's kind of hard in the NBA to do that on your own, you know? So now he's going to appreciate playing with two dope players. And I think it would be great. But
it's like when you grow up in your parents' house and you get tired of their rules till you move out on your own and realize you got to pay your own bills. And you're like, damn.
But you need that.
I really don't have a problem turning the lights on up at 11. You know, I'm tripping.
I got to buy your own groceries.
It's a stage.
It's a whole situation.
It's a stage he had to go through and learn, and he learned. And I feel like it'll help. I feel like if those three get together, it will be tough. I'm not saying like they're going to win every single game, but they'll have their growing pains or whatever, but that should be dope.
We're going to slide through the West. If you think about it, Denver's just not ready.
No.
Portland ain't ready.
No team
Houston,
in the West can
they about
beat
to
them.
break Houston all the way up.
Outside of a fully healthy Warriors team, and they're not going to be fully healthy next year.
They're definitely not.
So, no
how
team
long
can
is,
beat
how
them.
long is KD supposed to be out?
He's not playing next season.
No. I think the Achilles, because 9 months is March. Technically,
but even if he comes back, he'll come
so
back
much
in
rehab.
In the heat of the season. He won't be all the way right. You just starting off. It's just this next year. Even at some point they will probably have everybody on the court.
I could think about this. Imagine the Warriors are a 3-4 seed in the West next year. We're playing the whole year with Curry and Draymond. Then you have right before the playoffs start, you add Clay and KD.
You can't keep both of them. First of all, KD's not going to stay with Draymond. It ain't going to happen. I don't think they can afford to pay both Clay and KD. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Somebody's got to take the NBA, you can pay the luxury tax as long as you're keeping them players on your team.
Yeah, but will they? Knowing the drama.
Because they try to win.
They making money.
I personally feel like KD does not want to play with Draymond anymore.
This their first year in the new stadium? Fucking right, they try to make their money.
KD's going to New York.
He could.
Going to New York. Got to go to New York. Why would you stay? Why would you stay on a team with a dude that called you a bitch and really can't stand you? And low-key, your whole organization shit on you and lied and told you had a calf injury when you really had a partially torn Achilles that completely ruptured. After you were out 32 days, they put out hella press saying you were not trying to do everything to get back. You was pussyfooting around. You could play. You're not going to play. You do one practice, and they throw you out there and your shit rips. And then they say, oh my God, we didn't even know that was going to happen. Like, I would be personally offended at the entire organization. I wouldn't want to give them another fucking championship, me personally, for playing me like that.
Yeah, but
and then to like, sometimes you need somebody else to help you.
But you also got to realize, Meek, would you ever make a fake
I was just about to say, you took the words.
He made multiple. He made multiple.
He's not you. That's the whole point.
True.
He's different.
That's true.
He's different.
So you can't use your logic to what KD's gonna do.
Yeah. And speaking about that, the draft, there's multiple things happening on Thursday, by the way. The first one is it's a real nigga's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Me turning 34.
34 again. Yes. My 34th birthday is Thursday. The draft is on Thursday. That's another thing that
you get drafted for your birthday?
No, I wish, but no. Nobody knows what's going to happen, who's going to get drafted, when, where. I hate talking about the draft because I hate lying and acting like I, first of all, care where someone's going to go, let alone trying to predict it. The only thing that I do know is going to happen is the Pelicans are going to draft Zion Williams.
There you go. I was about to say, we do know.
That's the only thing that I feel like is absolutely going to happen. The rest of it, I don't know. Please, I'm sorry that I don't care either, you guys. There's other podcasts that you can listen to that'll lie to you and tell you everything that they know about the draft. I'm watching all these teams trying to jockey for positions, switching spots. It's way too much for me to care about. But what I do know is also on Thursday, the U.S. women's national team plays Sweden in the final round of their F series, and an ass whooping will take place once again.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They just be beating the Sam hell out of
shit.
Sam.
Did you? I don't know if you watched any of the last game. Like, we actually watched it, and they were playing Chile, right? And the girls, it was a girl on the U.S. team that I think her number was 22. Looked like she could start free safety in the NFL.
The black girl,
the way she was standing,
just standing next to these Chilean women.
She was standing next to the little girl. I'm like, bro, this don't even look right. And that's why they was beasting them on corners all the time.
We look so swole out there against some of these girls.
Why you acting surprised? You see Vidal and Sanchez before. Them Chileans, they little, bro.
Yeah,
bite-sized.
They are.
You gotta be able to fit in mines, bro. That's the only way you can make money out there, bro.
It's so awkward to watch, like, U.S. soccer, and we're like the favorite. Like, it's
not awkward. You need to get over that, okay? Why it's awkward is because ain't no dick out there playing.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You watch it, and that's what I usually watch.
It's just good soccer. Who cares? Look at AJ. It's just good soccer.
Why do you think that our women are so good at sports? Because the easy answer is like, because we let them play sport. But we act like women been playing sports in other countries like France and Canada and Germany way before we let them play sports here in America.
Well, I think that our soccer team. I think our soccer team is so good because there has been a push for. I probably would say, since I was a kid, honestly, soccer has been the number one sport that little girls are pushed into.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's
so now those women, those little girls are now grown women. And that's part of the reason that I get so mad. Every time I watch the pregame or the postgame of the U.S. women's team, they call them girls. Our girls are so talented. These girls are kicking butt. Way to go, girls. These are grown women. They suck dick.
Grown ass women.
They suck dick. A lot of them eat pussy. A lot of them eat pussy. Zach Ernst's wife. I know she's sucking dick. She scored a goal. Why do we keep calling them girls? It's like we're trying to make them little or like not like professionals and not like men.
I don't think anybody thinks of it like that.
Why are we calling them girls then?
I don't know.
That's more. You know what it is? It's more of just a soccer thing in general because like.
No, they do it in basketball too. They do it in basketball
I can't
too.
attest for it there, but like even like in England, they call the guys that are on their favorite soccer club boys.
The lads. They say lads.
Yeah,
they do.
Well, guess what?
Like literally, there's a team called the Young Boys.
Yeah.
Every girls' athletic event, sports, they call them girls, and the reason is because I think they try to make our sports not as serious. Like it's just for fun. Oh, we're supposed to have all this great sportsmanship. That's why nobody watch women's sports here in America. We need to start swinging in the game, talking shit on social media. That's what the WNBA needs. They need a bitch to tweet out, "I'm about to cook you next week," and mean it. And if a girl falls, don't help her up. Fuck her. Step over her. Do whatever you got to do to let a bitch know.
Tyronn Lue her.
Yes, Tyronn Lue this hoe. And that will make people come in and want to watch, at least on TV and maybe even live. If it's like a serious competition where you seeing people getting in each other's faces nose to nose, like you see most men's sporting events, it's always like this whole, have good sportsmanship with the women. Fuck all that. We ball, we hoop just like everybody else.
I will say this. There is one sport that I would absolutely watch women over men every time.
What?
UFC fighting.
Oh.
Because men fight for like pride and money and like fame and fortune, all that. Women, they don't care if they're fighting for $1 million or they're fighting for $20. They are trying to murder each other.
Yes. Yes.
The girls really do be going at it.
Girls go hard to the death. Like it's crazy.
That Cyborg Amanda Nunes fight was like an actual bar fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nunez put them hands on it.
It's dope. So U.S. women's team plays Sweden on Thursday. Please support our girls. Support the girls. They're doing things the men's team could never.
Yeah, I mean, they getting the best athletes, bro.
I would like to point out that we definitely could do this.
We could, but
at the men in America, but guys like Brent and Reggie Bush and Calvin Johnson, they keep playing football. And then guys like Kyrie and Steph and Russell Westbrook and LeBron, they keep playing basketball. And then you got Andrew McCutcheon playing baseball randomly. Like, we could be so sweet.
We could be sweet at soccer. It would be the same thing. Like, we're just...
Yeah, we would be.
You know, it's this thing that happened here. It was like where people were bred for years.
Yes, called slavery.
It just makes us really good at sports for some reason.
And it might end up making somebody 6'5", 315 pounds, runs a 4'9", jumps a 30-inch vertical.
Yeah.
My family was from Louisiana. So.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, bro, you could be like a crazy center back or something. You know what I mean? Just imagine.
AJ and all this gut. AJ would be out there.
Be slim,
AJ
though.
would be elbowing niggas running through the fucking.
Oh my God!
AJ would be like 240
so many yellow
slim.
cards. So many yellow cards, and you'd be like, "What, ref?"
Bullying people. A 240-pound 6'5" center back, bro. Yeah, you'll be sweet, bro.
AJ, we about to get.
Don't let me get caught up on the corner.
Oh my God. AJ, we about to get out of here soon, but before we go, I have to. First of all, let my listeners know that I went to Smoking Grooves 2019. That's what those videos were for.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out my girl Parker. We celebrated her birthday there. Several bucket list artists that I've never seen. Common, thoroughly impressed. I'm sorry that I haven't been a fan all this time.
No, he's dope.
I really was.
You ain't listen to Common?
I didn't.
That's what I was saying. I was like, Common's dope.
I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't, and I respect him so much more now. I'm glad the first experience was live. It was incredible. I got to see Summer Walker, stripper turned R&B legend, low key. This girl is so talented. She can sing. She does not dress up to perform. She just basically gets on the mic and sits down in some Daisy Dukes with no shoes on and sings her fucking ass off. They fucked up.
Sound like my kind of lady.
They fucked up her performance with the mics. It was awful, but she did a great job. I got to see the king of R&B, Jacquees.
Oh my God! Why do y'all call that man that?
Cause he is. I mean, if you gotta say it. If you don't say it, who did you say that in your OTAs?
Chris
you said
Brown is the king of R&B. He just be beating bitches up.
Of and stalking his exes. He's still stalking Karuchi. Goddamn.
He's insane, but he's definitely the king of R&B. He got another hit with Drizzy.
My God. How about that beef they squashed? That was great. Perfect timing. Like.
Yeah, because you know how niggas get when they want the same woman.
Oh God, yes.
Eventually they both get over.
Yeah. I got to see Ella Mai first time.
Oh,
Dope. And then I got to see Erykah Badu, which I know, right? I got to see Erykah Badu. I've seen multiple times, and then we left before Usher closed out the concert because Parker had passed out low key in the middle We had to go to the ER tent.
Sick.
She definitely walked on her own two legs
Sick.
with a little bit of guidance. She gonna say
Sick
she
pass
would
out,
she would
bro.
say she didn't pass out, but she definitely looked at me, her eyes rolled in the back of her head, and she said, "I think I'm gonna pass out."
Yeah.
And she took a knee, dog. Took a firm knee and faked like she was going through her phone, reading some shit on her phone because people was looking around. You know they call it ambulance over to get you if you pass out. And she didn't want that energy. She was like, I don't want them coming over here. I'm gonna be fine. Just give me a minute down here. And she was down on one knee. She took a Kaepernick for a solid 2 or 3 minutes.
Sick.
And then she stood up and she walked to the ER tent, but we couldn't see Usher. But I said all that to say, my nigga, you're a fucking dope rapper. You do music. I hope to one day see you at one of these big festivals live. Please educate my listeners. I got a lot of new listeners. Educate them on your music career. You've already been a professional football player. You're now a professional wrestler. Now you have one album already out. You have a new album coming out called Free Agent in August, correct?
No, October 4th.
October
4th.
Educate my people on the
Oh,
music.
and if you check out the newest edition of XXL magazine, you'll see Frank in there too. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Frankie, baby.
Okay, Frankie.
No big deal.
No big deal.
But yeah, so I'm working on my album now. The first 10 songs are already done. Got some good features on there. Rico Nasty, 3-0 Black, to name a few. It's gonna be, man, this album's crazy. Brent's heard a lot of it already. Like, the album is crazy. OTA, I was like more of a, like, me becoming a rapper. Like, it was my first album, and I wanted to say everything I've always wanted to say musically and get my thoughts and shit on my chest and all that. And OTA, Free Agent now coming out on October 4th, is more of a me showing you I'm a dope artist. I don't really have to have stances. I can just make dope songs and then throw a couple lines in there for you to hear what I'm talking about for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can follow me on all social media at AJ Francis 410. All my music is in my bio links on all social media. Like, it's on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music. So just look me up. And the song that we got for the outro is not only my entrance music when I'm wrestling, but is also the lead single off of Free Agent. It's called Heisenberg, Say My Name. Okay. And if you ever watched Breaking Bad, it's the famous scene where Heisenberg says, "Say my name." And the guy's like, Heisenberg. Yeah. So it's really dope. And I think you'll like anybody. This beat cranks. Is good for the gym, the club. It just, I can't wait for everybody to be able to hear Free Agent October 4th. It's going to be crazy.
Dope. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for joining me, AJ. Appreciate you always.
Anytime.
The Three Amigos needed another podcast. We haven't linked up in a minute to talk some shit. Yeah. Thank you, baby daddy. We're going to get out of here. We're going to play Say My Name on